Okay, today I am going to be making a video of a little Minion coaster, and hopefully I can get the whole thing in and things will go well. So I'm just going to start off by counting how many white I need, and I will post this after. So there's 5, 10, 15, I need 17. So on the first row, whenever you start off, you want to double it like this. So I'm going to do this across 17 times. And normally I double it to make it tight, but I'm not going to today because I'm going to be putting a border around the whole outside, so it wouldn't make much sense to. There's 10, 11, 12, okay, so that should be 17, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17. We're good. Okay, so I'm going to have to go get some cross bands out here. Alrighty. Getting a little full and congestive here, but we got to work with what we got. Okay, once you get your first row on, you're going to take your cross bands. I'm going to put them on 1 through 4. Push them down. Push them all down, actually. And then my next one, 4 through 8. Or 4 through 7, actually, because you always overlap this one. 7 through 11. There we go. And this last one's got an extra one, so I'm going to put it over 5. And that's how you do that. Okay. My very next aisle, I'm going to count in 5 whites. In the second aisle, you put on just like that. You do not cross them. Just put them on plain and simple. Okay. And I'm not used to using this type of loom. I'm used to using a Nifty Knitter, and I'm noticing right off the bat that this goes in a little bit more right there. Okay, so there's my 5. Now I'm going to have 3 sets of black. 5. And again, you want to use double bands on all these. These are going to be the feet. And then you're going to go with a white again. And then 3 more black. Then the other 5 will be white. And each time I pick these up, I am picking up 2 bands. Okay. So, when you're looming like this, you always want to put your clear bands on from left to right, and you take them off right to left. So, I say take them off, flip them up. So, you would just go like this, lift them up over. so that they rest in the middle between the two sets of pegs. Okay, and where this one's 5, next row, I'll try to put 5, then 4, and just move it back and forth that way. Things seem to go better that way, for me anyway. And I usually use a different tool to do this. And after this first row, I'm just doing this first row to let you know that it can be easily done with this, as well as the tool I will be using, which is a hook-shaped tool, which when you're using a knitter of this fashion, you get a little slot right here, and you can just put it in that slot and perform the same function, lifting these bands over with it. And if you're using this, I suggest, like I'm doing, you just go in on the side, because it's easier to pick up the band that way. Now I'm going to turn it over and do this side. And you want to make sure you get them both. They're a little looser going in on this side because the other side's already over. But you should still be able to pick them up with no problem. And if you have to go twice, go twice. There you go. And always make sure you're picking up the right set of bands. And you'll be able to tell this because when you pick them up, you'll see them both sitting on top of these center bands that go this way. If they zoom across, you know you got the wrong ones. And you'll have to backtrack and get the right ones and pull the right ones over. Okay, I'm making this for a little coaster contest we got going on now because might as well put something in there. So, there we are. Push them all down once your row's done. Alright. Now this time, we're going to start off by putting the 5 on the beginning set. Then we're going to go 4. And after every row of bands you pull over, you always got to put the cross bands on because they'll keep your rows together. That's what their function is. Holding this all together. Here we go. Okay. With this one right here, I'm going to put on 6 white bands now. And again, I simply just put them on this way. And when I say 6, it's actually 12 because you're putting double. And I'm looking at my chart from across the way, so I kind of like got to scan it with my eyes to make sure the count's right. So far so good. Putting on 2 blacks on each one. A white in the center. And then 2 more blacks to make the cup of the boot. When you're making something this small, and then 6 whites, you don't have a very big boot. And being 17, it makes a pretty good sized coaster. And this is one way to get your kids to put their drinks on something, hopefully, in their room, because it's kind of cool to have a Minion to put them on. I guess it makes them want to take care of their desktop or furniture a little better. I didn't go get my other piece. I'll just keep going along like this for now. Okay. It just helps me to go faster, but keep plugging along for now. Okay, you can even go on this angle, whatever works for you. See, I can get in and see that just as well at this angle. Oh, For some reason I'm doing a good job at picking up one at a time. Try to get my thing in there deeper. Again, I got one. And again. Probably because I'm not putting much of a pull on that. There we go. And I got this pattern just on perler beads patterns. Okay. I'm going to push this row down. And this time I'm going to start off with the 4 on the cross bands again. And then I'll end with 5. We'll be starting some of the blue this time. Push that down. And there we have it. Great. Now I'm going to put on 6 white again. And then we'll start in with the blue. These are his little pant legs. Oops. Oh, klutzy this morning. I've only had 1 cup of coffee that my granddaughter made me. Okay, there's 6 of them. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 the blue. Going to put 1 of the white in between. That's our background color today. 2 more blue for the other beginning of the pant leg. Then finish up with the rest white. And I keep grabbing 3 bands for some reason, but it's not a very big problem. There we go. Again, I'm going to pull these over. And you could just as well do this with a hook. Just I'm doing it this way, and I'm going to step over here and get the other hook right now so I can show you how that's done as well. Okay, so use that. But here's the hook that I use. It's Martha Stewart hook, actually. And what you do with these is you just ride on this gauge right here. Go right up that channel. Whoops, I pulled one too many. And if you do that, you can see it's got to go back where it was. So I'm going to go under these 2 here that I have. Under them. Come on. Under. I have to use my other hook for that. I did not plan on doing that. I'll go under them, grab this one and put it back. Just like that. Not really. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Now I think we got it. So let's grab this. Now it's right. See, we got to do that right off. Unless you're really going to be messed up. And I could see it when it happened. Okay. What the heck did I do this time? I guess I didn't put that all the way over. Okay, it should be okay now. One's on the bottom. Okay, now on this one, you'll see, and I'm glad this happened. This is the one that I just put on, okay? For some reason, I didn't pull the last one over. So you got to do that. So you go in, grab the bottom two and put them over. Put these back on. And trust me, somewhere along the line you will do that. And you just put that over like that. The best of intentions, and boy, it takes only a second to mess up. And I love to mess up on videos because it shows people what they can do to remedy it at home. I never take mess ups out because we all make them. You got to learn how to fix them. Okay. Again, going up this channel. Pretty easy with a little wire like this. Okay. Push that down all the way. Put our clear bands on the 5 again at the beginning. 4. And 4. Gotta keep reaching over and getting my picture back up on my computer. Hopefully it will go back up. Here we go. Okay. This time I'm going to put 5 on. So 5 white it is. 1. Here we go again with the 3 bands. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay, now I'm going to put on 7 blue this time. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue, then I'll put on 5 white. Okay, I'll pull these over. Try to get them all the way over this time and not stop short like I did last time. There we are. We'll pull this row over. Bum, bum, bum. I have a bad habit of humming. I used to work in a shipyard. Sometimes you'd sit there hours by yourself working alone and you learn to hum. Especially if somebody else was doing it. Okay, the next row is going to be the exact same thing. The only difference is I'm going to start with 4. Just trying to remember to alternate these back and forth. And 5. 4. Why isn't this 5? 4. Oh, I know why. For this one here I did 5. But I only wanted to do 4. Gotta watch myself. It wouldn't have mattered at all, but Just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Okay, here we are. So I'm going to put 5 more white on. One, 2, again, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put the blue on now. If I can keep it down to 2 bands. For some reason today I just keep on picking up more. Okay, 3, 4, 5. I guess it don't matter what order they go in. 6, 7, and 5 more white. Four and 5. Here we are. Okay, we'll lift these up and over. Okay, then the bottom over the top. Okay, whenever I want to make sure which is which, I'll just grab them in here, grab the top layer, push the lower layer down so I know I got the same two if they look jumbled up some. Because sometimes when you put them on, you'll overlap them. Just by hurrying, that's how I do it. Okay. Push these right down. And this time I'll go with the 5 at the beginning. Four. Okay. On this next one, we're going to start with our 5 white again. Four, 5 white. And we're going to go on to 2 of this yellow. 1, 2. And we're going to have 5 blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blues. We're going to go to 2 more yellows. Starting to get the shirt into play here. And then we're going to go to what seems to be the problem here. Oh, we're only going to have 4 whites. The design pattern that I'm going from here, it's got an extra row on it. I suggest that you do not do that, but my printer right now, and I could have copied it and and cut it down and put it in a program, but I'm just trying to get this done. Sometimes hurrying is not a good thing. Okay. What's wrong now? Something's wrong. We have 4. We have 2. We have 5. We have 2. Oh, we're only going to have 4 at the end. That would be the problem. Okay. Again, the extra row had me a little confused, because that extra row is all the way around, and that's going to be when I do the thing all around the edge. That's why I didn't want to include that extra row. Okay, sorry to confuse you. So we have 4 white, 2 yellow, 5 blue, 2 yellow, 4 white. That's our pattern. Okay. After this, I'm probably going to take a little break and have coffee. Getting dry throat. I'm on an antihistamine for my poison ivy, and it really dries you out. I wish it dried my poison ivy out as much as my throat. You'll notice, you can see some of it here. Further up my arm, hasn't gone away yet. Hopefully it will sometime soon. It looks a lot better than it did. Okay. That is the top one. We do not want that. We want the bottom one. And is this? This is the other bottom one. Okay. Over, 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 and over. That's it for now.